In these sessions, we are going to study the contact force. First contact force is a normal force. So if we place the object on the ground, object does not sink inside to the ground. So we can easily expect some forces acting on this object. We call such a force is a normal force. Without normal force, an object on the ground sinks toward the center of the earth by gravity because of the gravitational forces acting on this object. Forces directed the opposite direction with respect to the gravity have to be acting on this object. This normal force actually is due to the intermolecular forces. And to understand the intermolecular force, we need to study the quantum physics. This force is based on the Pauli's exclusion principles. The next one is a friction force. This is also contact force based on the intermolecular electric force. So if we place the object and pull the object, usually the object doesn't move. So the mass of the object is really heavy. Then this object doesn't move, so this means the total net force has to be zero. So the two forces acting on this object, gravity and if you pull the object, this is or if you push the object to the right, so two forces are acting. For the net force to become zero, there are forces acting on this object. So this force is a contact force. This contact force is decomposed into the two directions. First one is a perpendicular to the ground. We call it this is normal force. And the other force is parallel to the ground. We call it friction force. So this is a friction force. Normal force and friction force is based on the intermolecular electric force. For the friction force, we have two types of the friction force. Kinetic friction force. This friction force is acting on the moving object. And the static friction force. This friction force is acting on the object at rest. And the equation for the kinetic friction force is expressed F sub k equal mu sub k times n. N is a normal force. And the proportional constant, we say the coefficient of the kinetic frictions. In the case of the static friction force, it depends on the magnitude of the pulling force. But the maximal static force can be expressed. Product of quantity is a mu sub s is a coefficient of the static friction, and n is a normal force. So static frictions can be applied to the object when the pulling force is less than the mu sub Sn. And the mu sub s is larger than the mu sub k. So friction force. If you pull the object with the force of the T, when the force of the T is less than the mu sub s, and then this object doesn't move. Object at rest. So if we push or pull the object with this amount of the T, the friction force is acting on this object is this F. We could increase, then but still stop. But once the force is larger than the mu sub Sn, the object start moving. Then friction is going to decreasing. Frictional force is going to decrease to the mu sub k. Okay, this is a friction force. And one more contact force is a tension force. A spring tries to return to original state. This is tension force. When the spring is compressed, so this is x equals 0 is a natural length. So this is x. In this situation, x is negative. So this situation, the spring is compressed. Spring tries to return to the original state. So force acting on this object should be the positive direction. So F have to be the positive quantities. The spring is extended. So X is a positive quantity. Then springs try to return to the original state. Try to be compressed. Then F is a negative quantity. Fuchs discovered the laws. F is proportional to the X, and the K is a constant quantity. We call the force constant. K is a positive quantities. Okay, I explained the tension force. So I explained the contact forces, normal force, friction force, and the tension force. This is the end of this session.